to our sponsors, Warehouse Creations. Looking for unique and captivating pottery for home decor? Look no further than Warehouse Creations. This husband and wife team of potters, Bill and Jenny Ware, create a stunning body of work that blends traditional perfection with the weird and wonky. Their complementary styles create a visually interesting and captivating collection that engages the viewer and invokes a sense of emotion. Whether you're looking for a functional piece, a statement piece, or just something to complement your existing decor, Warehouse Creations has you covered. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to see their latest creations and let them fill your pottery or home decor needs today. Oh baby, oh baby. Hi everybody, welcome to Off Topic, episode 4. I'm your host, Jalen.
I'm Tamara.
These are our two guests. Who are you?
Eileen.
Oh my god, who are you?
That's Bennett, in case you didn't know.
They did know.
They know.
So
We're special like that.
today, guess what time it is? Guess what time it is?
What are
Guess.
we talking
Like-
about?
12 something.
It is
What are we talking about?
approximately 12:36.
Shut up. We're talking about spooky videos, analog horror. What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Okay, I have two favorites. And you know this about.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, but you have to.
Do I have to choose one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
choose.
no, you don't have to.
Start with one.
Just start with one. Do like any, mini, money, though.
Oh, the Walten Files.
All right.
Good choice.
Love it. I
Not
think
my
it's great.
favorite, but still pretty good.
Love the Walten Files.
I like the
dude.
silly rabbits.
Just the silly rabbit.
Just the silly
The
rabbits.
silly little rabbits.
They're-
It's like what? Death? That's not my business.
When I was still extremely mentally ill and I watched them, I had this.
You're not anymore?
Not really.
Oh, wow.
I used to have hallucinations that they were in my house. Like
You want to know something? I had the same hallucinations when I first played Five Nights at Freddy's.
what would happen
Not
is
you and your
the
hallucinations.
their audio cues would start playing, and so I'd just sit there in my room hearing in the hallway the audio cue playing.
That
and
would
I'd
be
just like-
terrifying. I would actually like.
and this happened while I was home alone,
I
and
would
I was
cry.
like,
I would cry. Yeah.
Yeah. No, like the most
Screaming,
terrifying
crying,
feeling
throwing
that you
up.
will ever feel is like you're home alone, but you feel someone.
It's like there's someone
watching.
there.
There's someone there.
or you hear like
Alone.
like something move, and you're like, my animal's right here.
Yeah, or like you
Right.
hear your
Oh,
name in the most
no.
distinct voice ever. Like there was this one time I was home alone and I heard my mom say my name.
Oh,
And
that's
I-
scary.
Right.
I've never had
Well,
that happen
considering
to
where
me.
you live, I believe
Yeah,
that.
like,
Yeah, I would be terrified. Like you two know where I live. It's in the middle of basically almost nowhere.
You live in like a concerning place.
No wonder you're still alive. In all honesty,
I
should have got murdered at this point.
like
I'm
me.
17. It's
I
fine.
did have someone like walking outside of my house once. Like it was a homeless person that was just like walking in our yard and then kept going, and that, so we were like,
He was taking a shortcut.
yeah,
had
we were
a-
like, I guess like we can't really do anything about
desired
that.
path.
I had a really big Ford truck pull into my driveway like 5 different times in like half an hour. And you want to know something? He would like pull in, drive away, and then he'd come back, pull in, and drive away in like the same direction every time.
Oh,
it was
that
the same
sounds
truck.
comfortable.
Same old white guy. And I was like, what are
Same
you
old
doing?
white guy.
Okay, but anyways, do you know the analog horror one with like the little meat creatures?
What's that called?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Unless he says the title, I won't know.
Yeah.
But like, do you know what I'm talking
Give me
about?
more descriptors.
The little meat creatures. They're like
That's all she
there's
does.
no listen.
You know what that reminded me of?
They were like
Llamas with hats.
there's like different levels. I love that too. There's like different levels of like meat creatures, and the first one is kind of like
yes. What's that called?
SCP
It's-
Foundation.
It's
No, it's not the SCP
it's-
Foundation.
I know.
It's where this like one meat creature that is technically an illness starts spreading
Yeah.
to other things,
Yeah,
and
and
then it
it's-
starts infecting. Like its whole goal is to make the planet a meat thing.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I like
don't remember the name.
vaguely.
it's like different.
It's
don't
like,
know.
It's weird. It's kind of they made it. It's like more of a fan film project.
It
feels
is,
like.
but it's really kind of cool. I
Yeah.
kind of liked it because it kind of gave like SCP kind of vibes. But
Let's talk about the original analog horror.
Go on.
Sorry.
Go on.
Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I think all of us at least at one point watched that, and then it started piquing our interest into other scary
I watched
things.
the first season like 3 times, and then I watched the second season as soon as it came
Which
out.
episode scared you the most as a kid?
Of which season? Oh, the first season.
season.
Probably the first episode, because I remember very distinctly that was the first one I ever
That was the
watched.
creativity one, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the creativity one. That was the first one I had
Green is
ever
not
watched.
I love that one.
creative
Yeah,
color.
I remember I heard it from somewhere one time, and it was like kind of like a challenge thing.
Yeah.
See, like, how long can you watch this?
Oh, it's like the salad
And-
fingers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember I like sat down with my little sister Callie, and we like watched it, and I was like, wow, that was kind of weird, but it did kind of freak me out.
I think the one that scared me was the 4th or 5th one. It was the one about healthy eating.
Oh,
And it like
That
does the
one
cut
scared me.
scenes between
Yeah.
the yellow guy and then the bird getting
Yeah.
eaten, and
Now-
then him like eating the
yeah.
bird.
Yeah,
I
now
think the
that
one
one
that
scared
scared me the most was the love one with the big
Oh, with the
head.
cult?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
cult, and then like sacrifice
That
him
one
at
was
the
just
end.
strange.
I was like,
It was. It was like, what
about you?
Whoa.
I didn't really watch it. I watched like the first episode of it with my mom all in the room, and she like my mama, who is from West Virginia and is very superstitious. Not the smartest choice. She like looked over as I was like halfway watching it, and she like snatched whatever I was watching it on away from me and like put me in timeout.
it definitely
Plus,
wasn't
it
the
didn't
best
really pique my
choice
interest
for me to
anyways.
watch as a kid.
It's okay.
Like none of us were watching what we were supposed to be
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember
Playing Five Nights at Freddy's at 6.
Yeah, really.
I was 8 actually when it came out.
Yeah,
Actually.
8. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Tamara Akers.
You want me to punch you?
Tamara Nicole Akers.
Don't full name
I
me.
think, like, the Mandela catalog, love it, but my big but with it is that as the story progresses, it kind of becomes a little convoluted, and it feels like it's cut short.
I
That's
really like the
fair.
early parts, like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Really good. I don't remember the third
The
upload
third
and
one-
the 4th one very well.
The third one was all about, like, how it was, like, the Archangel thing.
Yeah. All I remember is that I thought it was a little weird, a little like the feeling that it gave off was a little bit worse and not in a good way than the
Yeah.
first couple of uploads.
Like-
I just really liked all the religious imagery and references and stuff like that.
Yeah, it started getting kind of old as it kind of like went on.
Yeah.
They kind of lost a lot of
It
like
was
the
super
good.
fresh when it came out because like analog horror had been around,
Yeah.
but not to that degree. And so when it finally like people fully got invested in it, it was great.
It was like they lost sight of what they were actually trying to do.
This isn't. I don't know if you would call this analog horror, but if you've ever listened to the thing that's called Everywhere at the End of Time or The Caretaker,
Yeah.
it's the one that simulates dementia over
Yeah,
time.
that.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
when I first found out about that. It was really
I listened
freaky.
I watched my friends listen to it. He listened to it for the full like 6 hours. He kind of almost went insane. I listened to it for 2 hours, and I was losing my grip on reality a little bit. But
You don't have the best one
yeah,
anyway.
no, it's not great. But I was like,
Yeah, I never sat down. And, like,
I'm gonna listen to it for the full 6 hours.
Yeah, like-
Me too.
While I'm working today.
That
It's a
would be
little
kinda
challenge.
you're like just standing at
I'm gonna
the.
listen to this dementia playlist while I do my retail job.
You're standing in TJ Maxx in the corner, just like.
It's like, guys,
Standing
I
at
think
the
I'm
jewelry-
starting to forget.
Standing at the jewelry
I'm
counter.
standing behind the register like,
It's like, I think I'm starting to forget.
are you?
Guys, where am I?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! No, listen. There's this new analog horror thing that I found recently. It's called Angel Hare.
Oh yeah, I heard about.
Oh
that.
my god, I
don't think I've
love.
heard of that.
Okay,
What is
so,
it?
I think it was Nightmind made a video about it, and I watched it, and it's really it's like fresher.
Yeah.
It has like a new concept. And basically, what it is about, it's about this guy who rediscovered this show from his childhood, and he decided to sit down and rewatch it.
Oh,
and he was
yeah.
like, this is different from my childhood. And he had like a recording of how it was from his childhood, and he compared it to like the new VHS tape. And the recording from his childhood, it was like the main character was actually talking to him, and the main character was like an angel, and her name was like Angel Gabby or whatever. And basically she would like interact with him, and it was like his little, kind of like his little protector.
Like
his
actually interact with him?
She would like actually interact with him. She was
Because
like,
some shows are like
Yeah.
interacting with just the
now
audience.
she would like actually interact with him. And as the story progresses, you kind of realize, oh, something's not right with like the main character kid. Like something's going on. She's trying to she's teaching him to like put chairs up against doors if somebody comes for him, and to like hide in closets, and to be calm in closets or whatever. And and it's like as the story progresses, you're like, he's kind of like, he kind of like realizes it wasn't just him and his mom his entire life. He had an abusive father, apparently. He had an abusive father, and his little angel on the show was like teaching him how to protect himself. And as the show progresses, she's slowly she's like just starting to like make up his alibi as if she's gonna be like get him to kill his abusive father. Kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and she
Yes. Do what you will, I guess.
yeah, it's really interesting.
You said something about like childhood show, and I instantly thought back to Candle Cove. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
God,
It was like
I know
mass
what you're talking about.
hallucination.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
Did you guys
about.
ever watch what was it called? Ubi? The one with the hand and the two googly eyes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
They were
what
in
you're
like
talking about.
they were in like a
Weird.
cardboard city,
Yeah.
and you were like,
That's terrifying. Like genuinely.
That show was so
I
weird.
went
Yeah.
and rewatched it the other day, and I was like,
Like genuinely, like why?
No, at certain points it feels like cult indoctrination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
we
vaguely
should
remember
watch this
it.
together.
We had like a VHS tape recording of one episode, and as we were like cleaning out our house over the summer, I found like the old like VHS tape player,
Yeah.
and me and John just started putting VHS tapes into like for noise in the background, and we come across this one, and it has nothing written on it, and we're just like, maybe it's like a home video or something, so we just like put it in there, and just it's that, and we're just like, oh,
So
we immediately turned it off.
a new one that I
creepy.
watched
Yeah.
that I feel has a lot of potential. It's called White Stag Education, and
I know what you're talking about.
it's this park ranger and
Yeah.
these puppets. All of the puppets represent a dead child that was murdered in the park.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's valid.
And so like, but they keep alluding to the missing children. They're like, oh, where did they go? There's a beast in the woods. If you hear it, stay still and don't move. And it's this whole thing of like, you don't know you don't know what killed them. You assume it's a person, but you do not know. And like, I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I think there are more now, but it was really good. And I feel like as long as they don't do the Mandela catalog thing where they kind of lose the plot for a minute, I feel like it'll be good. And then, like, because one I got really tired of was Monument Mythos. Loved Monument Mythos.
Oh my god, yeah.
It just, they made it go on for so long.
Which one was
I know.
Monument
It's
Mythos?
like
What was that
they're-
about again?
It's the one where you have the special tree that,
Yeah, that-
like literally just they have to sacrifice people to. Like they house different entities and monuments, or else they'll break out and kill everybody.
I watched-
And so like the Statue of Liberty has like a like I don't even remember what it is, but like it you have to keep it fed. So they would take like Ellis Island passengers
Yeah, I
and
think
like put them in the meat grinder
Yeah, I
as
think
they
it
called
had
it.
like a special tree inside of the Statue of Liberty or
and
something
then,
like that.
There was
You know, the creatures just want a special little treat.
yeah,
You know?
like
They've had a hard, long day, okay?
one of the
He just
ma-
wanted a snack.
one of the main characters of the story gets turned into a massive floating meatball.
Yes.
And
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah,
I don't even know, man.
I watched like Wendigoon covering it.
Oh yeah.
And I
Love
just
that
kind
man.
of, I kind of
Love that
eventually,
man.
I loved Wendigoon.
promotion.
Love that man.
Love Wendigoon. But like,
That beautiful long-haired man.
I was like,
You're like not even making it hard at this point. You're just doing this.
Love the beautiful.
Love that man.
he's honestly really awesome.
Yes, I know.
He's on a slam. Really on a slam.
Honestly, I would